I'm not really a jealous person. So this came as a shock. I'm a jealous person. So I'm not really a jealous person in general. I'm jealous when there's something I know I can never have that people I see myself in get, basically. So for example, let's say my friend is good at drawing and I'm not good at drawing. I'm not going to be jealous of that. I'm going to appreciate it. I'm going to be proud of my friend. I'm going to be in like stoked about it, right? No part of me is feeling jealousy there. But let's say my friend that I like literally see myself at, like me and my friend are twin, basically. Like that's my twin in them, and they end up going to the moon. Just them, right? That would low key be like, yo, I'd get a little jealous from that. So it's basically like seeing myself in someone and then them doing something I could never freaking do. That's what sparks jealousy in me. So it doesn't happen that often. There's really only like one like big problem that's ever like appeared in my life to do with that. But besides that, not really a jealous person. But there's been something I've been hiding about for like 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, and it's that Alysa Liu, bro. So I first saw her when I was still on TikTok a few weeks ago. I was cutting off my addiction though. TikTok was off my main phone and all that. But on my work phone one time, I was scrolling for like 30 minutes. I'm gonna be honest, right? This is all about honesty here. And I saw a video of her skating. And it was the first time that ever appeared to me. And I was really intrigued. So then the next day I was in my living room. They had the Olympics on. So I'm like, yo, can I like put something on? And then they're like, yeah, them as like my parents, right? So I was like, bet. And I go to Peacock. We are on athletes. I go to Alysa Liu, watch it. Banger after banger. I think there was only like 2 or 3 total at the time, and one of them wasn't even for the Olympics. But I watched them more than once. I was like, something about this speaks to me. I've never felt spoken to by an Olympic sport. You know what I'm talking about? So in the moment, I was like happy. I was like, yo, that's kind of fire. Whatever. And then I went on with my day. But then it got brought up between friends. So one time I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, yo, have you watched the Olympics at all? And they were like, yeah. Do you know Alysa Liu? They asked me it. They asked me, but I was bringing it up to ask them. So then I was like, oh, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's literally what I was gonna ask you. And then they were like, yeah, I love her. She's really cool. She's so fun and all that. And then like, for some reason, all like the happiness that I got from it just like left. And it was like I got hit with this feeling, bro, that like I don't get hit with very often, right? And I just really want to speak on it because I think this is something that might be in so many people, but they don't have like the courage to say anything about it, right? So I want to talk about it because this is like vulnerability right here. Like I feel like something about it, the fact that she reached so many people. Obviously, she's on like the freaking Olympics, so it makes sense like how, but it's just the energy about it reached so many people, and everyone just agrees that something about it is like really cool, and it like bothers me. I don't know how to explain. And not bothers me as in like she should go die. Okay, no, nothing like that. Don't take this extreme or anything. My extremes are like here. The media extremes are like here, bro, through the roof. So nothing like insane bothered me. Like there's not like I can't go to sleep at night bother. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's more of a like, damn, that would just be so cool. You know what I mean? Like something about it is like that would be really cool, right? So I guess other slight forms of this would be like when I see artists I really like performing, like on like a stage. Like part of me is like that would just be so sick, but it like isn't even comparable. Because the thing about artists performing on stage is that my friends aren't being like, oh my God, I loved DC the Don's performance on stage. You know what I mean? Like they're not telling me about it. Another thing was my own my own little sister, who I know looks up to me. She was telling me about how freaking cool Alyssa is and all that, and I'm just like I'm like, whoa. It's like all hitting me, bro. Um, Once again, I don't want to knock the grind. Like, I think it's freaking amazing what she's done. The fact that one person can be this light right now, right, during all this not too good going on. I think that's freaking amazing, and no part of me wants it to stop. Right? That's what I'm trying to identify as an issue. Um, I don't think I should feel this way, but I do. This is what I want to talk about a bit. So I would call it jealousy, right? Just because it's like part of me just feels kind of down about it. So I think what it makes me realize is how empty some of the stuff I do is, right? Because I'm really into making things and whatnot. And at the time when it first all hit me, I was still making stuff out of like hate almost. Like it was like the whole idea of like Juice World where you'd be like turn pain to pleasure basically. So I would take pains that I had, not very good experiences, not good stuff, and I would transform it into something that's a good experience, which is like listening to a song, right? Make a banger out of it. And I think part of what she's doing made me realize how empty that all is, right? It made me realize, like, shoot, bro, she's doing what she loves and she brings joy while doing all of it and still enjoys it. And then for me, it was like I'm doing what I love, but I'm doing it out of pain, which is just bringing more pain to me, right? So it's like I think that's the key right there. I think it literally was a self-realization of like, oh shoot, bro, someone loving what they do, someone who's loving what they're doing and really good at it, just like infected everyone within the span of like 2 weeks, and they all look up to her, think she's freaking amazing and stuff. And like, part of me thinks I can never have that, and I think that's where the main pain comes in, right? Like that's where the jealousy sets in. Is like, I don't believe I could ever have that. What I do, what I make is out of pain, out of like not good. Like it's hard to listen back to sometimes because of how bad it is. Good song, but bad feelings it gives me. So I think it like really hit me of just like, shoot, bro, I might not be on the right path here. Like I could be on the right path in terms of doing what I'm doing and I'm really good at it, but not on the right path of like, I don't gotta be so negative. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that isn't the move. Maybe it doesn't have to come from pain. And the reason I think I can talk about it right now and not like, if I would have had to make this video like a week ago, I would have been embarrassed. Bro. It would have been bad. But right now, I don't care. And I genuinely want to talk about it because I think this is helpful to put out there. I think this is a good learning point to look back on in the future. Like myself, too. And it was good to have this realization during recording. I didn't think this through at all. But, that's really cool. So, since then, like the past week, the last session I just recorded, I made like 5 or 6 songs in like a night. And all of them were from the energy of good. Like I wanted to be positive. I wanted to just not talk about bad the whole entire time. And I did it. I succeeded. And they're some of my favorite songs I've ever freaking made. And it was all in one night with the goal to not be so negative. So I really think I'm crossing boundaries. I really think I'm crossing boundaries here. I'm really pushing my limits. And I appreciate it. And for the first time, I actually went and watched like Alysa Liu's interviews and stuff like that, which at first I was avoiding because like I like didn't want to feel attached to just a sport player. That's never happened before. So part of me was like, I don't really care about what she's saying off the court. I was just interested in what she was saying on it. But everyone was talking about how much they loved her and stuff. Everyone as in like my own literal friends and family, right? So at that point, I'm like, I got to. So I gave in today. And it's March 6th. Well, 7 in the morning, March 6th. I gave in today, and I was watching her talk about some stuff, and I'm like, yo, I understand, right? So once again, I want to reiterate, I think she deserves everything. No part of me wants it taken away. But I'm identifying an emotion it gives me and trying to understand why that's happening because I want to prevent it. You know what I mean? I want to do whatever I can to not have that happen because those are the type of emotions that can really knock you the wrong way if you let them get out of hand, right? So my extreme is this, exactly what I've explained here, but other people's extreme are this times like 10. And then it like controls, they start having like, because they're jealous of someone, they start like doing stuff against them. You know what I mean? I never want to, I don't even want to wake up in the morning thinking that that could be a possibility, bro. Don't ever let me get there. I don't think it will happen. I want to be very conscious of my emotions, even if they're negative, even if they're scary, even if they're uncomfortable. I think that's the goal no matter what. So yeah, shout out to Alysa Liu, shout out to my friend, shout out to my family. Y'all, man, every day I feel like I'm just learning more and more and more. It's crazy, but yeah, this is a vulnerable subject for me, so please don't be mean. Please watch the whole thing. People aren't gonna watch the whole thing. But yeah, man, it makes me jealous. But when I really think about it, it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? I think it shows me what I really want. And I think it is achievable, just not in the same exact way. But I think I can do it. You know what I mean? Now I have proof of it where I didn't at first. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Basically, she made me realize how negative I was in my own craft and how I was in like a loop almost when it looked like she was breaking out. Um, so it made me kind of sad, but now I just gotta find ways to break out myself. So I think it's possible. I think we can do it together. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm interested in what the reception is on this. I don't know if it'll be good or bad, but let me know what else I should talk about. That'd be fun. Like this video, send it to an Alysa fan. I don't know, bro. What am I even talking about? Listen to Blakey on all platforms. Blakey, music, everywhere. Blakey, music, everywhere. Blakey, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora. Tidal, Amazon Music Unlimited. I don't know, all of them. Blakey.